The selection is absolutely insane. Holy cow. The bottle I've been looking for all of 2025 finally here. I'm definitely going to be picking this one up. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing us a brand new video. Today we are going bourbon hunting, and I can't wait to get into this one. We got a bunch of stores to stop at. So without further ado, let's hit the road and get to stop number one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just made it to stop number one. We are at Leonard's Farm Fresh Foods and Wine. It's a spot that I've never stopped in at, and I'm very excited to see what they have to offer. I've seen some really nice reviews about this spot, so let's go run inside and see what they've got to offer. All right, so we just made it into Leonard's. It's a nice selection they got here. Whole wall, ryes, whiskeys, nice glass case, bunch of bourbons over there. A couple of their picks right here, so let's see what we can find. Top here, let's start with some of the Sagamore picks. Small batch for $37. Sagamore Double Oak, as you guys know, one of my absolute favorites for $45. And their cask strength for $59. Good price there for that, for sure.
Hey, nice meeting you, man.
Yeah, man, have a good one. Thank you. Rittenhouse Rye, you guys know how much I love this. I think this is their pick, and then they also have the other one for $28.99. What is this right here? Fraser and Thompson small batch whiskey, North American whiskey. Never heard of this before, but $28. Looks a little light in my personal opinion. Move it over here. We got the Penelope American, the cigar series, 101 proof, $99. I know a lot of you guys are always looking for that. They've got plenty of them in a nice line there for you. A couple Michter's, Woodinville options, Uncle Nearest, Old Forester, and then we got some Russells down over there as well. Then you got your other picks up here: Templeton, Sazerac, Woodford, Balcones, Old Peerless, Straight Rye, 111.6 proof, $85. That's a great price for Peerless for sure. Moving down over here, Old Knob Creek 7-year for $38, Bardstown for $45, Old Line, and then nothing too crazy. Before we look at the glass case though, let's see what their bourbon selection looks like. All right, so starting us off here, you got a little Old Elk, 109 for the 4-grain, $49 for the Heaven Hill 7-year. It's a good price for sure. We've got the barrel bourbon single barrels. What are we looking at here? Let's see what this is. For $99, we got a 9-year, 7-month straight bourbon. Let's see on the back, does it say Tennessee? Distilled in Indiana. So this is an MGP single barrel from barrel. So you're not looking at a Dickel from Tennessee, which is nice. Blade and Bow, Hill Rock for $99. One of those bottles that I can't find myself purchasing. The reviews of, my personal opinion. Next up, we're looking at an Elijah Craig Private Barrel for $99. This is coming in at 125.3 proof, 9-year-old, barrel serial number 6342104. It's a nice color, nice age, nice proof. Definitely a little bit better. Definitely one that I would pick up over top of their batches right now for sure. Another Elijah Craig, some Angel's Envy, Baker's 7-year age statement on that one. The Wild Turkey coming in at $64.99 for the rare breed. This is one that I've contemplated picking up. Now this is the Green River 250th U.S. Army Special Edition. This one comes in at 111.1 proof. Really nice rendition of this bottle here. This will defend. It's a cool, commemorative bottle for sure. Right here from Green River. I appreciate that for sure. So let's put that bad boy back and see what we're looking at here. Poor Soldier, Russell's. Here we go. Knob Creek 12, $59.99. Great price. Next to it, Buffalo Trace for $44.99. Definitely go for the Knob Creek. A couple more dollars, you're going to be a lot more happy, for my opinion. What we got here? The Elijah. This is the single barrel that I was talking about. That was up front there. The Elijah Craig single barrel, 9-year. This is the 94 proof for you. It's a bottle that you guys need to pick up for sure. Great bang for your buck for sure. Old Forester lineup. More of that Green River stuff. Some Jefferson's Ocean. Next shelf here, we're looking at some Baby Jane for $49. Small batch, $17.92 for $32.99. Good price. $17.92 full proof for $50. That's a good price for sure. Redemption. It's a fun little box for the Maker's Mark 101. Although it's not my favorite Maker's Mark offering, it's a fun little box for it. Some Bullet. Basil Hayden. Four Roses single barrel here. I know a lot of you guys love these for sure. GE 23-2F. Nice little selection that they have here. Let's keep on looking around and see what we can find. All right, so now we're going to look inside the glass case here. It's a nice glass case. It's nice and big, as you guys can see. Let's dive into this thing and see what we can see. All right, so starting off here, we got the Bomb Burgers. This is the 2021 release for $199. It's interesting that they have the 2021 release, probably because of that price, but hey, it is what it is. Down over here, we're looking at the Bardstown Silver Oak, $149. The Amarook for $149. Whistle Pig 18-year for $399. Elijah Craig 18 for $259. A little bit pricey for me. What's this? This is the Redemption 9-year barrel proof at 103.9 proof for $109. Whistle Pig 12, $179. Star Hill Farms, locally grown whiskey, as you guys know, $250. Old Fit 7-year, $99. A little pricey in my opinion, but hey, it is what it is. Kentucky Owl, this is the batch 11 for $279. Sinatra. This is Scotch here, so nothing that we're looking for. Midwinter's Night Dram. This is Act 12, Scene 1 for $180. Most of this stuff in the glass case is a little pricey in my opinion, but they got a couple of more things down here, so let's see what they got. We've got the Elijah Craig Toasted for $80, probably one of the better prices I've seen. The Toasted Rye for $70, and then we've got the C924, brand new release of the Elijah Craig. I haven't even seen, or no, that's last year's batch. It's not the C925. I haven't seen the B525 or the C925 yet, but for $76 is a good price. You got some Bernheim down here and some Old Ezra. A little book for $170 here. What else we got? We got Knob Creek 18-year for $180. A little pricey again. And what else we got here? We got the Widow Jane Vault Edition 14-year for $270. And then one more bottle that I just saw before we head out of here is this right here. We got ourselves a Buffalo Trace Store Pick Stu Leonard selection for $44.99. All in all, a great selection here at Stu Leonard's. Nothing I personally want to pick up, so let's head out of here and check out another store. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at spot number 2. We are at Bottle King here in, I believe we're in Paramus or Saddlebrook, one of those areas, really far up in North Jersey, an area I've never been at as well. This is Bottle King I've never stopped at. We've got a couple Bottle Kings in Central Jersey that I frequently stop at. But this one, I've heard good things about this one, so let's go run inside and see what they've got to offer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we run into spot number 2, make sure you guys check the link out down below because my Cedar Ridge pick is available to the public for $49.99. You are getting an incredible double barrel bourbon coming in at 117.8 proof. I can't thank Cedar Ridge enough for letting me do this pick, and we've got a couple cases left for you guys to pick up. Make sure you guys use the password enter SWISHER and use the promo code CAM to save a couple of bucks for your purchase. This is only available for a couple more days, so make sure you guys get yours while supplies last. But like I said, let's run into spot number 2. All right, so we are in the Bottle King. Let's see what we have in this bad boy and see what they've got to offer. Starting off, Knob Creek 12, a great price of $59.99. Down over here, we've got some Hard Truth for $39.99, and next to it, we've got the Remus 7. This is coming in at $99.99. And next to that, you got the George Remus. And then next to those, we got some Kings County stuff, or Kings Family Distillery. Kings Family Distillery Toasted Agave. bourbon whiskey finished in agave toasted barrels, 101 proof. Next to that, we've got the King's Family Distillery Toasted Amberana Iconic Twice Barreled Rye Whiskey at 108.7 proof. Same thing there. Next one next to that is the King's Family Distillery Bourbon, 107 proof. This is one that my buddy Patrick always talks about. Says I should pick it up. I don't know. Ammunition Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey finished in Cabernet Sauvignon barrels. Comes in at 90 proof. I think it's like $39.99. Not a bad price for it, but just not the biggest wine fan. You guys know that. What am I looking at here? 4-grain Opadan Straight Bourbon Small Batch. Wheeling, Illinois. Aged 2 years. $42.99. I don't know about that. What's this one? The Opadan Smoke and Sea. Straight bourbon whiskey finished in French oak and Islay Scotch barrels. This one comes in at... What's the proof on this? 82 or 92. My math is off. Not seeing an age statement on this one. I'll put that back. Not interested in that either. You guys know how much I love these. The Smooth Amblers here. 99 proof, $40. Can't go wrong with that. Walking Stick. Kentucky Straight Bourbon, 90 proof single barrel at 90 proof. Interesting bottle there. A couple Kings County here. Got a 102 proofer at 79. What's this one? Anything fun or interesting about this one? Aged 2 years or more, 80% New York rye. Just looking around, thank you. Appreciate it. 90% UK malt. 102 proof, and then we got a 122 proof for here. This is aged 4 years, batch 10. Again, 80% New York rye, 20% UK malt. So these are 2 ryes. We've got the Penelope Project X up here. This one is cognac finish at 108 proof. I love the look of this bottle and label. It's a beautiful, beautiful design. Coming in at $65 for that right there. Got the Architect. What batch are we up to on Architect? $55. Build number 11 for the Architect series. I stopped at 4. Crazy that they're still coming out with these. We've got, what the heck is this? Calumet Small Batch Bourbon. But this is, yeah. So this batch is a blend of 17-year-old and 7-year-old Kentucky Straight Bourbons at 86 proof. I wish they didn't have that 7-year in there. Because 17-year-old at $65. That would be a snag for me for sure. Moving on over, a couple Bardstown offerings. The Origins got a Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye at 130 proof even, $70. Barrel Select Sagamore Rye. This is a Bottle King pickup at 9 years old, 110 proof, $70. Or I was hoping it was going to be 36, but it's 36 for the Redwood Empire. We've got the Jimmy Red bottles up here, the Bottled and Bond at $85 and the Classic at $56. I'm looking for the double barrel or whatever it is, toasted. I can't remember what it is. A couple of Whistle Pig offerings up here. Nulu Rye Whiskey finished in apple brandy barrels. Experimental. This is coming at $89. Kentucky Pot Still Rye, $79.99 from Boone County for 6-year-old. A couple more Kings Counties here. Bourbon whiskey finished in honey barrel, $79.99. This is coming in at 110 proof. And then we've got the Rye Iconic King's Family Distillery Twice Barreled Straight Rye Whiskeys, aged 7 years and 7 months. Honey cast finish at 105.7 proof as well for $68 for the rye. Screwball. Fun whiskeys here. Blue Note Rye, you don't see this very much that often anywhere. Four Walls Irish whiskey and American rye whiskey, 80 proof. Saw that once before. A couple High West offerings here. The Bottled and Bond again at $72.99. Blue Note. Their pick here at like I said, $44.99 for a Blue Note pick, 119.1 proof. Brooklyn Whiskey Barrel. Just looking around, thank you, appreciate it. A couple fun Boone County picks here. What are we looking at here? Boone County, Caribbean Rum Cask Finish, Founders Reserve, 108.8 proof, $59.99. Then we've got, what, this green label here. I've never seen this one either. Chicory Infused Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey Finished in liquor barrels at 108.8 proof. These are both $50. And then you got their straight bourbon, their Dalton Winery Cask Strength here, 54, Amberana finish, and then their toasted cask finish as well. And then we got an interesting one that I haven't seen before. Tin Cup 10 year. If Tin Cup had their whiskey proofed a little higher, I would 100% pick it up. But the 86 proof, I'm going to say no. So in their glass case here, we got a little book, $139.99. And then the Blue Note Special Reserve. This is the cask finish series. This is the one finished in a whole lot of crap at $199. And then the Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select. And then a whole bunch of scotches and all kinds of things. But we've got we got the Boss Hog here. The $2,000, the Boss Hog 8 Lapu Pacific Straight Rye. And that's crazy. And then the Whistle Pig Straight Rye Boss. Is that a Boss Hog? I can't tell. The 9 maybe. Crazy prices. Holy cow. So a very nice selection at the Bottle King here in Paramus, Saddlebrook, wherever we are. Nothing I really wanted to pick up, nothing too different, nothing that stood out to me, but really great prices. A bunch of different interesting things, a couple things that I've never seen here in Jersey. I know the Project X from Penelope has been around for a while now. But that just goes to show that some things are here, some things are there, and vice versa. So that was cool to see a bottle of that. And then also the Blue Note cask finish series. That thing is finished in so many different barrels. It's an absolute bonkers bottle. But for $200, I had to say no, because if I see, a Michter's 10-year bourbon at $200 and I bought that, I would be pretty upset with myself for already spending $200 and not being able to pick up the Michter's 10-year. But we've got one more stop that we're going to go to most likely, and I'll see you guys there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at our third stop for the day. We are currently at Wine Traders Club, #1 discounter of beer, wine, and liquor. Let's go sit inside and see if they're actually discounting liquor. All right, so walking into this place, incredible selection all the way down this wall. So let's see if we can find anything we're interested in. All right, so starting over here, we've got some Lucky 7, Kentucky Bourbon, Batch 2, 97 proof, $74. Not the biggest fan of that. A bunch of Lucky 7s here, though. The Dancing Pandas, you guys know how much I like those. Heaven's Door stuff, some Cream of Kentucky, Old Forester line here. This is one that I've seen places, just not anything fancy to me. 9.3 years old, Hogsworth Bourbon Whiskey and Armagnac. I don't know what the proof of this is, but it's a very interesting bottle. Very interesting. Some Ben Holiday stuff, Legion over here. Oh, I missed something here. Cool. The Legion Yamazaki Cask Finish Blend. This is $200. This is an interesting bottle, but one that I'm just not going to pick up. The selection is absolutely insane. Holy cow. Jim Beam Cream, Bourbon Cream, Blade and Bow stuff. Lux Row. What is this? Remus? Babe Ruth Reserve. 111 proof. Coming in at $129. Never seen that before. That's an interesting bottle. What do we got up here? Some New Riff offerings. Single barrels. Yellowstones. Oh, whoa. This is one that I've been looking for a while. Yellowstone small batch. 6-year. 107 proof. $35. Last one. The bottle I've been looking for all of 2025, finally here. I'm definitely going to be picking this one up. Some Wild Turkey offerings here. Savage and Cork. Never heard of this. What is this? The Savage and Cook Bloody Butcher Bourbon Whiskey. Heirloom Bloody and Butcher Corn. So it's a corn type. 100 proof. $79.99. Rebel Kentucky Straight Bourbon Single Barrel selected by Kyle Busch. 108 proof for $39.99. Small batch reserve as well. $30. Can't go wrong for that bottle at all. That is one of the best for the bang of the buck for sure. Some Knob Creek 12. 61 on it. Not the best price. Not the best. Looking at some Michter's. Larcenies. Booker's here. The 2501 and 2502. $90. Great prices for sure. That might be the best price I've seen for the Heaven Hill. $44.99. Got next, we got the Boo Rye, $119. It's a good price. Got a bunch of Penelopes here. Barrel strength toasted, cask, rosé cask, Architect, the wheated, the Tokai finish. Got the Old Fitz 7-year Joseph Magnus for $159. It's a good price. So far, so good. They're not lying that they do have some pretty good prices. We got the very old St. Nick's Pinhook 2021 Artist here. That's a pretty bottle right there. $90. Puncher's Chance. Heard some really good things about this bottle here. Garrison Bros. Some Redwood Empires. The entire lineup of Redwood Empire here. Holy cow. Anything you could ever want from them. Down here, what are we looking at? We're looking at some Stellum. You don't see these anywhere either. Got the Peerless Small Batch Double Toasted Bourbon here. Really want that rye. If I see the rye, I'm picking it up for sure. Some Starlight. And then the Peg Leg Porker. Very fun bottles here, that's for sure. Let's check out their... But they have a glass case. Let's see what's inside there. Well, before we get to the glass case, we've got the Michter's Limited Release Toasted Barrel Whiskey, the Sour Mash for $149. Wild Turkey Triumph, $270. Shanks, 2025 release. Elijah Craig Private Barrel 9-year for $80. Toasted for $50. Great prices, great prices. Old Forester Single Barrel. What's this bad boy coming in at? 130.2 proof. Warehouse L, Floor 1. Got the OFC. Super Limited. The Weller Millennium. Very cool. Very, very cool. Definitely got to give this spot a try because this is an insane whiskey selection. So, the USA Wine Traders Club was no joke. That was one of the most insane selections I've seen in a while. I also picked up a bottle that I've wanted since I heard it was dropping in 2025. And that is this red, beautiful label from Yellowstone. This is a 6-year, 107 proof bottle that was $34.99 or something like that. Absolute steal. 6-year age-stated bourbon from Yellowstone coming in at 107 proof. We're going to see just how well this bottle is. This is going to be entered into the best budget bourbons, and we'll see just how well it does. But we've got one more stop. We're going to go stop at a Costco here in Jersey and see what that selection is like as well. I'll see you guys over there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the Costco Liquors. It's a liquor store attached to the Costco, so I don't know specifically if it is owned by Costco. So let's go run inside and see what we can find. All right, so the selection. All right, so the selection isn't that big, but let's see what they got on the wall. Rebecca Creek Spanish Blended Whiskey, 80 proof. I've never seen this before. Look at that. $30. Rebecca Creek, $25 for the American whiskey. Fine American blended whiskey, handcrafted, 80 proof as well. couple Michter's bottles, Bourbon Bros. Prices are pretty good. $17.92. Woodford. They've got the Penelope. This is a $70 for theirs. This one is 112 proof, finished cask in Jerez, Spain. This is their Project X here. And they also have a second one here for also $70. 108 proof as well. Jerez, Spain, and cognac. So it's a double finish. Straight bourbon whiskey finished in Oloroso sherry and cognac casks. Here's one that I've never seen before for $60. Rebel 100, bottled and bond 6-year-old, distilled and aged in Kentucky by Luxor Distillers, Bardstown, Kentucky. Interesting. Never seen that one before. Then they had the Travelers, a Puma. No clue what these are. But they have a glass case. Let's go see what they got in there.
It's not a bad product though. I mean, it does well for us realistically. So, Bayonne.
12.
It's the way to go. It's easier to get online.
Small batch for $70. It's a good price. OFC 2,500. Jack Daniels Toasted, $70. So that Costco, not a large selection. I don't know if it was owned by Costco itself, but nonetheless, they had the Weller Full Proof for $150. They had the 12-year for $150. They had an OFC. That's 2 OFCs in one day, and I don't think I've ever seen an OFC in Jersey. We did manage to secure a bottle that I've been looking for here in 2025 on this bourbon hunt. And make sure you guys also check out the link down below for your purchase of the Cedar Ridge, picked by yours truly. Helps me out in the channel like you wouldn't believe. Check the link out down below as well for the Patreon. Hope you guys enjoyed this hunt. Make sure you guys let me know in the comments below what bottle you would have picked up at any of these stores. Till next time, this has been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.